No grease. None running out of the housing whatsoever. Far cry from being bad tires on the rear end. That part. Listen. I hope you can hear that.
This kid takes off his back too fast.
Well,
He already threw in my other empty drum.
that's the point. I just wanted to show you. This is the 2013 Ford Escape that I bought from my car. As you can see, she's on the rack. Over here is the original rear end with no fluid coming out of it whatsoever. May 28th, I asked the dealership to check the rear end fluid because I thought something was wrong. They informed me that it was two bad tires, there was nothing wrong with the rear end. $700 later, they were wrong. Extended warranty wore out, dealership wouldn't cover it. Now, I'm having to have that brand new one put in my vehicle. All because the dealership lied and said there's nothing wrong with my vehicle. They said the engine oil had been changed. The black X that I put on the filter is still there. Engine oil was down 18% on velocity, never changed. So my car really screwed me this time. $700, all because they were too lazy to put grease in my rear end. Howdy neighbors and friends. What you just saw was the beginning of a nightmare. And I wanted to do this video today to let you know you need to warn everybody you know. Share this video, plaster this thing all over the internet. Warn your loved ones, your friends, your family, whoever. Okay? This is the gospel truth. That's why I put it up in the beginning. I wanted the people to see what was going on. But my car in Virginia Beach, Virginia, on Military Highway, they are, I want to keep this clean, but they have screwed me royally. Okay, I'm going to give you some background information on it. 2016, I bought a 215 Dodge Journey. Didn't have a problem one. And see, I don't have the greatest credit. So this car lot went out of their way to get me in a new vehicle. Good interest rate, good payment a month. No money down. Took real good care of me. Well, about a year and a half later, this vehicle got in an accident, total loss from a deer. So I went back to my car, you know, because they'd taken care of me the first time. So I figured, you know, I want to stick with that because I like how they treated me. I don't know what's gone on since the time I was there the first time, but these are the worst, lowest forms of life you can buy a car from. And let me explain to you why. Now, a lot of y'all are going to say, well, you know, you shouldn't have bought the car anyway. You should have just walked. Well, I'm going to explain that to you, and I'm going to try to do it in an easy fashion for everybody to understand the situation. They put me through hoops for over a week because my insurance company didn't totally pay off the first loan, so that put me in a second loan category, which is harder because of my credit rating. But they kept telling me, no problem, we're going to take good care of you, we're going to get this financed, we're going to get you on the road, and we're going to help take care of your sick wife, and we're going to get you back to work. Well, at the time, my wife had had a stroke, and her medical needs were very important. And we live out here in rural America, small town USA. We don't have buses that we can walk to or taxi cabs, and being at her appointment sometimes an hour, hour and a half out, cost of Uber would be ridiculous. I needed a vehicle for work as well. So after a week, I get a phone call. Hey, come on down. We got it worked out for you. You're going to love this. I go down. They show me this 2013 POS Escape, Ford Escape. First time I walked around it and I got in it, I knew I had problems. I didn't even turn the key yet and I knew I had the problem because they were missing components out of the dash where they'd been working on the thing. So, then the salesman tells me, Mr. Howell, this is all we can put you in. This is the only thing the finance company will allow us to finance. Well, later on I found out from my finance company that's far from the truth. They tell the car lot how much money they'll loan you, and then the car lot decides based on that what kind of vehicle they want to sell you. And the first time we walked around the lot, this wasn't even available. We didn't even see it nowhere. I don't even know where they pulled it out of. So, started going over it. The salesman says, we're going to put a 4,500 mile guarantee on it. Nothing out of your pocket. We're going to take care of it. If anything goes wrong with it, we'll fix it. We got you covered. We've gone over this car thoroughly. It's a good car. Matter of fact, you're lucky because you're getting one of the better cars that we have on the lot. And if you look at the Carfax, it's been well taken care of. Which was all true. It was. It has been taken care of. But 1 month from buying this thing and having peace of mind that I'm on a warranty and how they took care of me the first time, it eased my fears a little bit because I had a little more faith in them. So I take the vehicle back in. I say, hey, I've got some problems with my rear end. It's making some noises. I'm not comfortable with it. Okay, let's get you in here. Let's get a schedule. So following week we get a schedule. We go in. It's in their little repair shop. Doors all closed. I can't see what's going on with my vehicle. I don't know nothing. Nobody's coming in there telling me anything. No updates. Well, 2 hours go by and they come out and they said, well, we took care of the oil. We took care of your antifreeze. We put grease in the rear end. And we're going to order you 2 tires for the rear. Because I think that's what you're hearing. Mechanic took it for a test drive. Everything sounds good. We put it on the machine. It looks good. We're confident this is going to solve your problem. I never saw that vehicle leave the shop once. I sat outside and watched the building. I know the car didn't go for a test drive. I know they didn't change the oil because I put a blue X on the oil filter before it went in there, and the blue X was still on there, and my engine oil was still 18% velocity. I had to have the antifreeze changed because it was 5 years old and it was starting to corrode my radiator. 1 week after that appointment, I took this thing up to Pep Boys and told them that I had a jerking sensation in the motor. It felt like it was trembling. So he put it up, put it on the machine, $100 diagnostic, $89.99 with tax, almost $100. We can't find anything wrong with the engine, but come here, let me show you what I did find. I go up, he's got it on the rack, he goes to the rear end, he starts rocking the back wheels. He starts rocking it. He said, you hear that? Clank, 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 clank. He says, your differential's gone. He said, I had a hard time getting to it, but I got a plug out, and I wanted you to see this. And he had a straw, probably about this long, and he was able to get in the hole, and he pushed it through, came out, bone dry. He says, you need to replace this immediately, because if this locks up at highway speeds, this will flip your vehicle. He says, this thing is a potential death trap. You need to get it fixed right away. Well, by this point, I contacted my car. They didn't agree with that assessment. They wasn't going to stand by it. So they refused. So I had no choice. I had to fix it. $700 later, I had to put in a brand new rear differential. And as you've seen before, in the very beginning of this video, it was bone dry, full of metal shavings. Nothing had been done to it. this is the kind of vehicles my car will put you in. So I had a $2,000 down payment that they were working on payment plans with me so I could pay off the deposit. Well, when all this started surfacing, I thought as a consumer, hey, I'm not paying you another dime until you fix these problems, because the car still has problems to this day. There's something wrong with the engine that all these 5 mechanics can tell you they felt it, but unless it breaks, they can't fix it because their computers and scan tools can't tell them what's wrong with it. So to this day, they refuse to take any responsibility for this car that they put me and my family in. It's a death trap that could have killed us on highway speeds. So I said, you know what? I'm not paying another dime in this. I said, matter of fact, I'm going to take all this money that I had the receipts for and put towards the money in the receipts for the repairs of these cars. Well, how they took care of me and my sick wife, they went to court. They garnished my bank accounts. This is the kind of people we're dealing with. They knew the situation. They knew the car was bad. They knew my wife's sickness. They knew my condition. They knew that at the time it was either take the vehicle or walk. So they knew I had no choice but to take this daggone thing, and then they give me these false promises that they're going to stand by, and they never did anything. They lied about everything. Every single thing they said they did to this vehicle was a lie. So now, as you can see, they was proving receipts on how much is in this car, and that's only half of them. I didn't even show all of them. Then I'm taken to court because little did I know in Virginia, there's no lemon laws. There is not one lemon law to protect you. But yet, these car lots can put you in a potential death trap, and if you refuse to pay any more on it, they can either, just like they did me, they can take you to court and sue you and take all your money out of your bank account. But yet it's legal for them to put you in a death trap. Now you tell me how this works. So please, warn your neighbors, warn your friends. You know, there's a car lot across the street, there's one up the road, one next door to them. Keep going. Because once you go in there, you are going to find some of the smoothest, fast talkers, promise you the world salesmen and managers you've ever met. But it comes down to one thing. It's the almighty dollar. They don't care what you're driving. They have a inspection company, or whoever they deal with. They'll slap inspection stickers on the windshield, and you can have four bad brakes and 4 ball tires, and you still have a good sticker. I learned this the hard way, and I'm trying to pass this information on so you, the consumer, don't have to go through this. And when you get online and you put in for a bad car loan and you get approved, they're the ones that are going to be calling you. And if you hear my car on the phone, hang up. Because if not, your whole experience on owning a car will go to hell. And you'll be stuck in the same situation I am. Driving a POS, having your bank account garnished, and being sued because you stood up to them and wanted them to do right and stand by their vehicle that they sold you, knowing it's in the shape it was in, and this is how they take care of you. So do yourself a favor, go to some other car lots. There's some better ones out there. There's some ones that will treat you and that are honest and that are fair. You know, I realize times are hard. You need a car. You think this is a quick fix to get it. They can get you in a car. Yeah, they're going to get you in a car. They're going to get you in the nicest. They're going to take care of you, give you that 4,500 mile warranty, and you're covered. Only if you go to their shop. They don't want you going to an independent shop because they don't want them knowing what you know. So, long story short, in the extended warranty that they offer you by GWC, depending on the make and model of your vehicle, which mine's a 2013 Ford Escape, they wouldn't even extend because it's too problematic. So I'm stuck with this vehicle, still have problems to this day with it. I have no recourse, I have no legal action, I have no consumer protection on my side, and you're up against a car lot or a car system here in Virginia that they're allowed to do anything they want with you. and you can't do anything to protect yourself. So do yourself a favor, move on to another car lot, because these people are bad. They're scammers. Okay? And I know people are going to look at this and say, well, you should have never took the car in the first place. Well, I get that. I'm kicking my own self in the butt right now for that. But based on the experience I had the first time, you know, I had the illusion that I was going to get the same treatment again. Boy, was I suckered. I just don't want you. So do yourself a favor. Please stay away from my car. They are bad news. They will burn you, and you'll be stuck just like I am. So I just wanted to get this information out there. And please, if you would, share this video. Hit the like button down below. Hit my subscribe button. Let's move this video, because the more people subscribe, the more YouTube's going to move it around. And let's get this posted. Let's protect the people out there. God bless you. I wish you the best of luck. You don't need this. Move on to somebody else. Buyer beware. I've warned you. God bless.